Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel with another World of Tanks replay. This is once again a fairly old one, but we are going to be looking at a game I had in my AMD 178b. Now before we get into this, I want to say I honestly didn't fully understand why people got so annoyed at the wheelie tanks. I had seen videos of them doing really well, but most of the time in my games, they just roll out into the middle of the field, get shotgunned by something, and then pretty much immediately die. I never really expected to have a game like this in one, and I honestly didn't really like this tank up until this point. But this is a game that I had just gotten the top gun on this thing, I believe. And keep in mind, this crew is like a 75% crew, maybe like 85% at this point from grinding. So all of that you're about to see in this game is like that, so keep in mind. Alright, so I see the Type 64, I get spotted by him. I decided, you know what, I'm in a wheelie tank, I'm going to try something really aggressive and drive straight up the middle. I did not think on any earth that this would work, but I'm able to drive up, spot the artillery, and now I load the HE, which is actually pretty good on this thing, and I start spamming them with it, which I get both the artillery, and I don't know if this AMX didn't even realize that I was behind him until I was like literally inside of his field of view, but unfortunately for him, there is very little he can do at that point because I was completely behind him. So now with 2 kills already in less than 2 minutes of the game, I kind of start not sure where to go, and I decide, well, you know what, there's a bunch of people over spotted on this flank, so I'm gonna slither down and go and try to find them. And not too far from the spawn, I managed to find my first victim, who I immediately start just riddling full of holes. And this guy as well, I think, didn't quite notice at first that there was someone behind him. And this poor guy, he has nothing he can do in this situation against me, or at least nothing that with his skill level he can do. And I'm not even good with this thing, so it's just like, I felt bad, honestly. Just completely ripped that guy to shreds, and then I decide, well, those guys on the hill are looking like they've gotten torn up pretty good, but I don't want to drive out there because then I'm in the middle of a field and they know I'm there, so I decide to go the other way. Again, just the fact that this is being done without a full skill crew and everything is just ridiculous. But I run into a leopard, and honestly this leopard really should have given me more issue than he gave me. I'm not really sure why he didn't kill me. I'm very confused how he didn't manage to kill me with that little autocannon, but I guess he just couldn't aim it well enough. And, circling a light tank in a light tank, because that's just what you do. And he is gone. Now we are heading for the back way. Just kidding. I was doing this because I wanted to trick anybody up on that hill, especially that M10 and the Skoda, that I was going the other direction so that they would get lulled into a false sense of security. Not that anyone at this tier is actually paying attention to their map, but I'm going up there to help Alice, who is my squad mate in her M6, so I'm zipping up the hill and I see the M10, who is going to be my next victim. This thing is pretty quick. It doesn't feel fast, but when you consider that I'm doing 60 up a hill, it is pretty quick. And first shot, of course, manages to somehow light the M10 on fire, which is 2 fires in this match with just a little 75mm gun. Or is this a 90? Can't remember. I'll put it on screen if I remember. And he stands absolutely no chance. He's dead. And I start to go over this way. I make a little bit of a mistake here because I forget that the Type 64 is still there, but I wasn't actually anticipating him still being in the same spot, and he's able to rip off quite a bit of my hit points. I don't fix the tire because I know I can get out of his line of fire, and I just kind of wait. I'm like, alright, I'm not going to go rushing into an unspotted Type 64 in this thing, so I let the OI pull up and he is able to get the kill. Now that he is dead, I decide, alright, I gotta head over to the other side of the map and see what I can do. Already on 5 kills and 2,500 damage in a tier 6 light tank with a 75% crew. Just how you do. So I still haven't gotten to the next tank in this line because I just haven't really felt like playing this thing. I don't even know why. It just like, I think I just felt so dirty after playing this match that I was just like, yeah, I don't want to grind this thing anymore. It's just gross. And honestly, in most situations, this tank does not perform this well. But on a map like this where you have room to run around, it just absolutely tears people to shreds. They just cannot track you. You're such a small target, and the gun is honestly surprisingly good. I really need to load more HE with this thing, because you saw at the beginning there that HE made short work of enemy light tanks, which I actually tend to load HE for my first couple shots in case I run into light tanks, because it allows you to really out DPM them. But it's also tricky because it doesn't have the most pens, so it's just kind of a situational type of thing. So I kind of mess up what I was trying to do here with the BDR. I wanted to pull up this way, trick him into thinking I was going to curl around and then come up behind him, but I accidentally get within proxy distance of him and he spots me. But it's not going to save him. I come around the corner, he somehow misses the shot at point blank range, and I think he just kind of gives up at that point. And then I'm kind of curling back this way because I don't want to really drive into the direction of the OI and BDR. Oh, never mind, I do that. So I take a pot shot at the OI there. Not really sure why. I was already starting to run low on ammo. I think I was just doing that so I could swap to APCR. And I spot the BDR, and I know that I'm pretty sure that BDR can one-shot me. I'm on low enough health where I don't want to risk it. So I kind of do a 50-point turn here, trying to swing around so I can get away. Wait until I'm not spotted, and then I zip across before he has a chance to line up on me. And now we're going to take the long way around. And you might notice in the chat that the M44 goes full armchair general at this point and is like trying to tell us what exactly we need to do. He's like, go back to the cap, go help the Churchill, who unfortunately has flipped. But I don't know why he's trying to tell me to go help flip a Churchill. I don't think this thing could flip over another light tank, it's so light. But I'm making my way back to the cap because I know that that OI is going to go there. But I'm not going to go straight there because I'm a 220 hit point light tank, and if I get hit by any of these things, I'm going to die, and then we could potentially lose this match. They don't really have much hit points. I think all their tanks are one-shots, but you never know. It can happen. So I got the APCR loaded, roll up. OI is not even looking in my direction. One-shot him on the move, and then kind of dance around. I'm not sure where that Churchill is. And I wanna see what you guys think. So we're gonna give a little multiple choice thing here. I might pause the video or something. So do you think the Churchill is up in these rocks where I'm heading? You know, trying to head around to help the OI. Is he in the middle of the map where I didn't check? Or do you think he was trying to chase me down when I'm in a wheeled vehicle that can do 65 kilometers an hour on flat terrain? Put your answer down in the comments, and we'll see which is right when I find it. So you will see that I believe Alice killed the BDR, which also killed her. I'm not sure exactly what killed her, but she's able to finish off the BDR, which is perfect. Means all we have left is this Churchill, and even if I can't manage to find and kill him, we're going to win because they had to cap or kill us all, and there's 3 of us left with only a minute and a half left, which is not enough time for one tank to cap. I'm checking the last reported position of the Churchill in case he went AFK and the OI managed to not spot him somehow. Nope, nothing. And yeah, I was really confused as to where the Churchill was at this point. So keep in mind, I was right up here. So apparently, if you answered that the Churchill thought he could chase down an AMD moving at full speed across the map, you were right. So that is a 2700 damage game in a tier 6 light tank in a tier 6 match with 8 kills, which is the highest I have ever managed to get in this game. So yeah, I can definitely see why people find the wheelie boys a little bit annoying. If you did enjoy that replay, do let me know down in the comments, and I will try to do some more like that. But games like that, it's like 1 in 100 that you get where they're that good. So it is a little tricky. I might eventually open up to having you guys submit replays, but I'm more just trying to get at least one video out for you guys a week. So if you enjoyed, leave a like, share it if you think someone else will find it funny, or if you want to trigger somebody who hates wheelie vehicles, and I will see you in the next video.